understand there are a number of people here to speak. However, I'm going to let you know that in the committees, when we have the committees, public comment is only on the items that are before us. And in all due respect to my colleagues, and of course mostly to you, the public, we're going to find a way today in which we can speak on an item that is very, very important to you. And so I'm calling something out of order, because if I don't call it now, guess what? You'll be here to 5 o'clock, or maybe later. And I don't think that would be a good thing for you, and it would be a good thing for me, and certainly it's not going to be a good thing for legislators alike. So I'm going to ask the clerk to please call the roll for the Rules Committee. This is the Rules Committee, and it's not the entire full legislature, which will be on the 19th, I believe, of this month. 21st, excuse me. Okay, let's go with the members of the Rules Committee.
About 1 minute, please. That's all.
Okay, that's no problem. We can wait.
Madam President, while you get the information, wait. There are folks here from the North Street Garden Civic Association, which they understand that the item is not on the calendar today, but you had stated at the previous meeting that they would have a response to why a contract for a Uniondale repaving streetscape was not going to be placed on the calendar. I don't believe they heard from you, because I was with many of them on Saturday, and they're going to keep coming until there's an answer that addresses why this item is not on the calendar, which it should be on the calendar because it would be a Rules Committee contract. So today's the appropriate day that it would be on the calendar. I believe the appropriate day when they came last time was in the full legislature, and we had said that is not the appropriate day because it is a rules-only contract. Today is a Rules Committee meeting, so they are here wanting to voice their concern, because it seems like they'll just keep getting circles. If they come on the full legislative day, that's the day when it won't be heard because it's not on the rules calendar. And then when they come on the day for the rules calendar, they can't speak because it's not on the agenda. So if they could just get a response, I'm sure you'll have a lot of people that would leave here very happy if they could just get a response when this item will actually be on the calendar. Madam President, do you have a response?
Have a response.
Thank you.
And it may not be one that you want to hear, but oftentimes we put forth contracts that impact on every district in Nassau County. And as been customary in the past several months, most of those contracts are not voted by, in the affirmative, by the minority. And as a result, many contracts that impact on the various communities throughout Nassau County sit in limbo. And I'm telling you right now, I think if capital projects are important to you in Uniondale, they're also important to people throughout Nassau County. There is a problem here. And the problem is, if the procurement process is good for some contracts, then it should be good for all contracts. And so we are not calling the item that you're here for today, primarily because we know that we do not have support for other capital projects from the minority. And this has got to stop.
I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
I'm not finished.
Oh, okay, finish.
Okay?
Finish.
I know how important the streetscape program is to your district, all right? Because many of us in the past have had streetscape programs. But there are other projects that are important to many other districts that are not considered in the affirmative by the minority. So you can't have it both ways. Either you vote yes on the capital projects because the procurement process is the same for you in Uniondale as it is for any other district here in Nassau County. So now that's where we're at.
So it sounds like, if I'm assessing what you're saying accurately, it sounds like you're holding it up for your quid pro quo. You're waiting for something from this side in order to do something for your side. I get it. So let me make sure I understand this correctly then. So when this was negotiated into the capital plan, maybe in 2013, you're saying that this legislative body has to renegotiated again to get it onto the calendar. Because this was negotiated to get into the capital plan then. So you're saying we have to do it again to get it on the calendar. Look, the folks that have come down, they've been there already. The county executive has supported it. The supervisor in the town of Hempstead has supported it. When he was a councilman, Councilman Santino, he supported it. Supervisor Murray, she supported it. They all are on board. The only ones that are not on board is yourself, Madam Presiding Officer, because the bottom line is for these folks, they already been through all of this since 2013. And in all what you just said, for the last 2 minutes, and I apologize for jumping in, I thought you were done. You didn't once describe why this contract has not come before this committee, whether it has been fully funded, and has been submitted to your attention 5, 6, 7, April, 7 months ago. It's been given to your attention, and you have not once described why it's not being called, other than there are many items that need to happen in this legislative body, and because we're not getting our quid pro quo, the contract will not go forward. That's the only thing I heard. Am I mishearing it? If I'm mishearing it, I would love to be corrected.
Hold on. You're not on the committee, so you really have no obviously interject.
Nothing.
Let me say something.
And also, let me just
I
add,
don't want to be
if I may add, Madam Presiding Officer, and I'll let you have the floor. Not one contract has been stopped. Not one.
Yeah, because we all vote for it, you don't.
Okay, but not one contract has been stopped. So to give the insinuation that business has been blocked and no contracts have gone through is totally absurd. Every contract that you have put forward has passed. Let's just call it for what it is.
All right.
It's exactly what it is. That you and your caucus are using this position to try to hurt, whether it's myself or our legislative caucus, just because of politics. Let's just call it for what it is.
I just want to just clarify something.
I mean, don't insult their intelligence.
Don't talk to me about quid pro quo. Because let me say something to you. You've become masters of quid pro quo for the past, many times. You have not. You have not, and I'm not going to, I told you, I'm not going to turn this into a...
What's our quid pro quo?
Listen to me.
I would love to hear our quid pro quo.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to go there, all right?
There's nothing to stand on.
Yes, there is.
I think I know what you're talking about. Because we won't bond, because we want...
That's it.
Because we want an independent inspector general. And why else do we need that, folks? Do we need an independent inspector general to review contracts in this county? I wonder why we've been pushing for that.
Okay, so that's...
Is there any reason you can think of, Madam Presiding Officer, why we would need that?
Okay, hold on. I'm not going to take...
give the folks a break.
I'm not going to take their time, and I'm not going to take their time, but... Deputy Presiding Officer Nicolello would like to say.
I just have a very simple point or a question either way. For months, probably since April or before that, position of you, legislator, minority leader Abrahams, and the minority, has been that the procurement process is tainted and that they don't want to vote on any contracts because of the taint of that project. I can understand the position that you have. I don't agree with it, but I can understand it. So for all those months, you have been abstaining on contracts, which have been passing by the votes of the majority.
Not all.
Well, right. You have maybe made exceptions with respect to, I think, the DA's office, etc. But the vast majority of these contracts.
If he's going to speak, he has to speak accurately. I'm sorry.
The vast majority of these contracts are contracts that were planned for many years. Finances have been approved. They've been in capital plans. They involve very important issues for the county. And the minority has been voting, abstaining on each one of them. So my question for you is this. Other than the fact that this project is in your district, what's different about it than all the other contracts where you're abstaining on?
The bonding's done, Rich.
The bonding's done on many of these items.
No, it's not.
On many of these
No,
items?
it's not. No, it's not. We are about to entertain contracts today, and we're going to identify them. Don't worry, I'm getting to that. We're entertaining contracts that just got approved with your 11th hour bonding at 10:30 at night. No, the bonding for this was done in 2013.
You're trying to tell me that all of those contracts that you've been abstaining on, not one of them, the bonding's been done.
Some of them, the bonding was done, yes.
All right, so what's different between this side, other than the fact that it affects your district, and I understand why you fight for your district. What's different than this item and all the other items you abstained on that had bonding in place that were planned for many years. What's different? Other than the fact it's in your district, that you've been abstaining on.
Yes, we've been abstaining on contracts because there's no inspector general in this county.
I understand that.
And there's no procurement process that oversees the process in this county.
I understand that's your position, but
Yes.
tell me, with respect to this item, other than the fact it's in your district, what's different than the other items that you're
We're asking
abstaining
for
on?
the item to be called, Rich. I don't understand what you're.
But you're abstaining on items.
Rich, you have no idea how our caucus will vote on this item. You haven't called us yet.
So,
Okay,
now I
let's go,
understand.
let's go.
You have an objection to the procurement process, except
No,
projects you
that's not what I'm saying, Richard. What we're saying is that the presiding officer hasn't even deemed this necessary to be called.
Well, you want us to vote for it? Will you abstain?
Will you call it? Why would you
You
call
want to
it?
abstain?
So I gotta tell you how I'm gonna vote for you in order for you to put it on the calendar?
I want this on the
Where else
calendar.
does this work like this? Where else in America does it work like this?
So
Do you hear members of Congress tell people how they're gonna vote
Your
before they
position
vote?
is, put this on the calendar, I'm not gonna tell you how to vote for it.
You should put it on the calendar for them.
This is a
No,
charade.
first of
Yeah,
all,
you got that right.
first of all,
Right,
it's
yeah,
not,
we agree with that.
it's not on the agenda today. And ladies, I know you're very passionate about it, and I can understand it. But there is no public comment on this item because it's not
Well, I have
before
a
us
comment
today.
about the
I'm sorry,
contracts in
but
general,
this is, I
because
am
you
sorry.
lied about the
If it
contracts.
were on the agenda
Well,
today,
this
you
con-
would
I'm
have
making
the
a
right
comment.
to speak,
It
but
has
not
an issue
today.
to do with the contracts as well, and that's on the agenda. I have firsthand experience.
I'm sorry, you're not
Firsthand
gonna, I'm
experience
sorry,
about
but
the
this item
contracting
is
system
not
needing
on
an
the agenda.
oversight.
And that's
so
it.
that's something
Mr. Becker?
that's very important.
This item is
This
not
is
on the
discriminatory, and Uniondale has been underserved for many, many years. It's discriminatory, and like we told you at the last legislative session,
You're out of order, lady.
listen, so we will tell you that this will escalate. We want to let you know that we will escalate this, okay?
Yes.
You're dealing with don't think you're the only smart one up there, with all due respect. This will escalate, and have a wonderful day.
You too. That's it.
And it is really, really sad that you feel that our community do not or is not important because of your own agenda.
I'm sorry.
Say hi.
If I could just
I'm
say
not
one
sorry.
last
You
thing.
No, let's go.
No, last night I went onto the internet and I looked through every town that's in Nassau County. I went through them. I was going to bring a list. I was going to bring a list of every town that's in Nassau County. And I thought to myself, which ones have been underserved? Which ones have been ignored? And Uniondale is one of a few towns in Nassau County that has been ignored for many years. And maybe you need a tour. I'll personally hire a bus for you and take you all over Nassau County so you can all
You
see
are out of
firsthand.
order.
But I'm just telling you the truth.
You can tell me.
I'll finish up. You presiding officer Gonzalez,
Public comment.
I've said it before, you live in East Meadow, it's right next door to Uniondale.
Yes.
You know well that Uniondale has been ignored. You're no fool. And when you look at all of the different towns in Nassau County, you have to be a complete... Okay, I'll be nice. Please, all right, I'll be nice.
Come on.
All right, if you would like a tour, I'll hire a bus and I'll personally show you around so that you understand. Thank you.
Listen.
So this will,
That's it. That is it. There is no public comment. All right, can we do the roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Rules committee roll call. Legislator Carrie Salon here. Substituting legislator Delia DeWitt.
They gotta come together.
Thank you.
Gotta come together.
Ranking member Yvonne Abraham. Sir.
This is a lot older.
Thank you. Legislator Dennis Dunn. Vice Chairman Richard Nicolella. Chairwoman Norma Gonzalez.
Present.
We have a quorum,
Thank
ma'am.
you very much.
And excuse me,